Happy Monday, everyone. Hope you had a super cool weekend. I hope you made a lot of money on Halloween. People were sending me their screenshots. They were super proud of what they hauled in on that Halloween Saturday, big numbers. One gentleman sent me this. Look at that. For a Saturday, $1,046.52. That, by the way, is on an Excel platform. And then the Halloween day was $675.28. That's huge. Those are huge, huge numbers. Then look at that Saturday, how that Saturday sticks out, right? That Saturday there is recorded at $667.83. Look at that Saturday, that Halloween day, compared to the rest of the week. Big numbers. Now, as you come in, it's Our House Mondays. Feel free to choose the topics, voice your opinions. I've got two big topics for today. Biden versus Trump, Trump versus Biden. Within 24 hours from now, the US will be voting, big decisions to be made. And then here in California, we have no on Proposition 22 versus yes on Proposition 22. That's a US decision. This is a Cali decision. This is a ballot. This is basically deciding who gets the next 4 years. So you're more than welcome to, I'll respect everyone's answer, whether you yes or no on 22, whether you're a Biden guy, whether you're a Trump guy. Today is that only opportunity that I'll allow and open it up to whatever you want to share. We've got Abdul Akbri in the house, we've got It's Moose in the house, and then I have a driver survey that I put in there, right? I put a driver survey. Please, if you get the chance, it'll literally only take 2 or 3 minutes. I want to make a video from this survey about customer service and safety. So this very, very short survey that we put together is about customer service and safety. And then I'd like to, expose those numbers, what people think about customer service, what people think about drivers. When I say people, I mean drivers, right? What do drivers think about safety on Uber and Lyft? What do they think about safety? What do they think about the customer service? I think there's a ton of room for improvement as far as that goes. Now, tomorrow, both companies, Uber and Lyft, will be offering discounts to polling locations, right? I hope that people that don't have transport take advantage of this. Rideshare rivals Uber and Lyft can agree on at least one thing. They want you to vote, right? At least there's one thing they can agree on. To that end, both companies are offering discounts to polling locations. Lyft says it's expanding the ride to vote effort. It started in 2018 by offering even more free and discounted rides to the polls. On election day, the company is offering half off one ride, up to $10 to any polling place or drop box using the code 2020 vote. So on Lyft, if you type in that code 2020 vote, the maximum you'll pay is $10 to any polling place, right? Within your city, within your county. I mean, I don't know drivers are not going to, I guess drivers get paid the full price. Lyft and Uber are going to subsidize that. But my worry is with this, obviously for drivers, you're going to be standing in long lines because a lot of people are going to be heading to those same places. It's Moose says, is it an autonomous survey? No, it's not. It's purely about safety and customer service, very targeted, right? You can rate them very poor to excellent on customer service. That's, I want to see what drivers think about safety. I want to see what drivers think about safety and customer service. That's what it is all about. Now, this is the tweet that Lyft pushed out. They said, this election day, we're offering 50% off a ride up to $10 to any polling location or mail-in drop box in the country using the code 2020 vote. And for the first time ever, this offer applies to our network of bikes and scooters. So you can even take a bike or a scooter, scan it in, bam, off you go. Uber is offering half off round trip rides to and from polling locations up to $7 each way or $14 round trip. That's fair. The company is also partnering with Pizza to the polls to deploy food trucks across 25 cities. Pizza to the Polls is a nonpartisan, nonprofit initiative founded in 2016 with a mission to deliver food to crowded polling sites. That's cool. So you're standing there in the line for 2-3 hours. A lot of people are going to vote last day. It's astounding how many votes have already been counted, how many votes are already in. Insane numbers. 90-something million pre-votes already in massive, massive numbers, right? So that's cool. Pizza to the Polls is a nonpartisan, nonprofit initiative founded in 2016 with a mission to deliver food to crowded polling stations. There it is, right? You've got the grub, you've got the food, keeping the people fed. Uber Eats says, we've teamed up with Pizza to the Polls to deliver free snacks for anyone waiting on a long line to vote at polling across the United States. If you see a long line, be a hero and send snacks by going to polls.pizza/report. That's awesome. Good. I like that. Now, the hot vote here in California, obviously between these two. From what I've read this morning, this is not a slam dunk. If they manage to squeak a yes victory, it's going to be so, so tight. Remember, they need 50% on that vote. 50%. They're not there yet. They're in the 40s, but they're not there yet at the 50 mark. And a lot of California has already voted, so it'll be interesting. It's Lou says 70% of the 2016 vote has already been cast. Exactly. I mean, that is insane. Obviously, the pandemic is, responsible for that 70% because the people cannot just go out on that last day, right? 6 feet apart, millions and millions and millions of people in one day. It's just not going to work. So what they've done very well is that they've allowed people pre the vote, to send in their ballots, to send in their votes, to go in person. And my guess is that the majority turnout will be tomorrow. But a lot of people here in California have already cast their vote on one of these two. I'm not going to let you guys know where I stand here. I don't want to get politically involved, but I will tell you on 22. I will tell you that I marked this one here for multiple reasons because I personally don't like the lies that Uber and Lyft have sold the drivers. I don't like their self-concocted surveys that they've done. They spend $400,000 on their own surveys, their own data, and they say, well, this is, this is how drivers are voting. They don't know that. That's their own survey. What I do know is that I personally would not drive for 30 cents per mile. I personally would not drive for that minimum wage, which is only for engaged hours. UC Berkeley did a study, said you'd be making $5.65 per hour. I think that's a little bit low. Most of the people are under the impression they're going to be making $13 to $15. My guess is you're going to be making about $8 to $10 per hour plus your 30 cents per mile. That's going backwards. right? And then the other thing is they in their campaign they talk about healthcare for all the drivers. No, you only get healthcare if you have done 25 or 30 hours engaged hours. So it means you're going to have to be in that car for 45 or 50 hours on the clock to even qualify for 80% health benefits. So you're going to be driving around the clock if you want to get health benefits. Every part-time driver, forget about it. You're not going to be getting your health benefits under yes or yes on 22. Forget about it. Dennis Torres is in the house, right? He's got the gloves on. What did you think about the Santa Cruz Davis fight? I so badly wanted Santa Cruz to win. And I figured, wow, 6 rounds and he's still, Santa Cruz has got so much energy. I think he's way fitter than the tank Davis. And I thought that Santa Cruz was going to go all the way, Dennis Torres. But then he got into a slug fight in the 6th round, and Tank caught him with a vicious uppercut. And I was worried. I was really worried because he was lying there, and he fell right down in front of his dad, who just pulled through corona and pulled through cancer, huge survivor. So he just completely lights out right in front of his dad in the corner, in his own boxing corner. Really saddened me. Dennis is Long Beach in the house. No on Prop.22 so they can fire Dara. I like that. It's Smooth says, I mailed in my vote. That's fantastic. If you guys could take, I have that link there, that survey. It'll only take 3 minutes. It's about customer service and safety. I sort of want to expose those numbers because I don't think they're going to be great for Uber and Lyft. For Uber in that survey, those safety and customer service votes that you're going to make in that survey. Dennis says I was rooting for Leo, but that was the outcome. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it was a tough outcome. Devontis, Tank was the favorite. He was Las Vegas's favorite, right, in the betting. But they said, if Santa Cruz could go 5-6 rounds or more, Tank could become tired, because the more fitter one was definitely Leo, for sure. Mike Ozra, I like lower gas, 190, $1.90, 89 octane in Michigan. Cool. Is that your gas price? God, I'll take that all day long. Paying over $3 here. $3 in California. Really, really sucks. Hit the like button, everyone. Feel free to leave your comments here, right? Whichever way you go, you're more than welcome. Another article that I wanted to look at, that Uber engineer, he was facing a ton of pressure by Uber after he came out and said, listen, I work for Uber and I drive for Uber. So he's on both sides, right? He's within the company and then out on the street. And he says, I'm voting no on Proposition 22. Well, sadly, the guy resigned. Uber engineer quits over pressure to support Proposition 22. They probably made his life living hell there. And he figured, I can't work, I can't code under these circumstances. They've put a label on me here, so I'm out. But I tell you what, there'll be 20 better jobs waiting for you, Eddie Hernandez. He said it started with a yes on Prop 22 Zoom backgrounds that began appearing around the onset of the pandemic. Then employees were offered free Proposition 22 t-shirts. Managers and executives talked about the proposition in meetings, and he got the sense that bonuses and promotions would go to people who worked on projects related to promoting the proposition. Hernandez said he felt a constant push to support the ballot initiative at work. He didn't like the feeling, that kind of political pressure on the job. On top of that, Hernandez opposes the ballot initiative, and he did not feel comfortable having that viewpoint. Good for him. I felt like I was stripped of my voice because if I said anything, there would be a conflict of interest or it would affect the financials of the company. That's a weird place to be in. It's something I didn't want to normalize, he said. Finally, in the middle of the pandemic and without another job, he decided he would quit. At the end of September, he handed in his resignation. Hernandez, who has since written a public letter about leaving Uber and his opposition to Proposition 22, is not the first employee to speak out about this kind of pressure. Drivers at Uber tried unsuccessfully to sue the company over the in-app pop-up soliciting their support. Current Uber employee Kurt Nelson also wrote an op-ed in TechCrunch about opposing Proposition 22 and later described yes on Prop 22 pressure at the company similar to what Hernandez experienced. Hernandez said he only started working in 2019 because the team was hiring, said the company was really changing its culture. He was apprehensive, but eventually took the job. Over the last year, Hernandez said he realized the company has not changed from its past. Wow. And that there was no real interest for social good, just economic gain for the company and those who worked there. Wow. I'm not surprised. Hernandez said he was alarmed by an email he said he received from Uber asking him to tell his family and friends why he supported Proposition 22. Uber spokesman Davis White said there were only 2 company-wide emails related to Prop 22. White said that the second email said, as always, lending your voice, your vote, or your time to Proposition 22 is entirely up to you. With that being said, here are some ways to pitch in if you choose. During the coronavirus, Hernandez said the pressure to support Proposition 22 grew. He saw more and more managers start putting the yes on Prop 22 backgrounds on Zoom, and the company offered to give free yes on Prop 22 t-shirts to any employee who wanted one, and many employees started working on yes on Prop 22 products like pop-ups, urging drivers to vote yes. There is an internal wiki page at Uber with company initiatives and priorities that employees look at to know what is important to talk about in performance review meetings. Hernandez said he saw Prop 22 listed there, which he felt meant that employees who did work on Prop 22 related projects would have an easier chance of being rewarded with bonuses and promotions. That's sad. That's sad. Like, okay, you don't back us. If you don't back us, then, you know, the likelihood of bonuses and promotions, etc. If you don't back us, it doesn't look good for you. So you got to back us. Abdul says, sir, if you do not say yes or not on Prop, I did. I said no. I made it very, very clear. I said no. What Honda happened? No idea what that question is about. What Honda happened? I'm not sure what you're talking about there. These materials are not what managers use as a guide for performance reviews. There is a lot displayed in the site that is not relevant to everyone. Uber spokesman White wrote in an email, it is simply a general sense of what's important to the company as a whole, which Prop 22 obviously is. He added, an employee's position on Prop 22 has never and in no way will factor into performance reviews. I'm not buying that. I mean, you know, if these people already said they felt such tremendous pressure and resigned, obviously that is weighing on Uber's decision whether they get promotions, bonuses, blah, 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 right? So that's the thumbnail that I chose today on Our House Mondays. Big decisions to be made. We're talking about 30 hours from now. You will start seeing some data come in, right? And of course, I'm curious to see which way this goes. But here, wow, this is a tight one. And these guys here need 50%. It's Moose says, what a lot of people don't realize is that many drivers already qualify for 100% paid Obama care because of the low net money made. That's true. That's very, very true. Right? So, you know, and I honestly think that's a good thing that's in place. Obviously, they're trying to overturn the current administration's trying to overturn the Obamacare. But if you want to overturn something, then have a plan in place or a better plan in place. I haven't seen anything on the healthcare side promoted by the Trump team. Nothing. I mean, they say they have a plan. They've never put it out there, right? I mean, they literally have. You'd think that they'd put a plan out there before elections, so people know that healthcare is a big, big one. People will look at healthcare in the decision making, big time, especially seniors, especially seniors. I have this eucalyptus inhaler. Love this stuff. It's got peppermint, eucalyptus. They're about $5-6, but man, they're powerful. It opens everything up, oxygenates. It's Moose says, I agree, the Obamacare is a good thing. It's the best plan out there. Unless you have a better plan and you've tested that plan, then you can boast and say, okay, this is better than the current Obamacare plan. But don't say for years, oh, we have this plan, we have this plan. You've never presented the plan, never presented anything to the Obamacare plan. And right now, that seems to work. So I think especially a lot of seniors who rely on their health care, they haven't seen Plan B. And Plan A, which is Obamacare, in my eyes, from what I hear, works for them, right? When you have the choice, you can go out if you have the money, go out and get private insurance, good private insurance, or you're not making the money, at least there's medical benefits that protect you. But we shall see. We shall see. It's a big one. It's a really, really big one. So this survey, I don't know if you guys have taken it yet. Please, if you have 2-3 minutes time, it's super fast. All about customer service and safety, especially with Uber. I want to make future videos on that because I think that on customer service, Uber is going to come out in the lowest poor bracket, right? People vote on those topics that I put out there. Dennis says Uber and Lyft is not counting on bus driver, shuttle buses, taxi drivers. Most companies voting against Prop.22. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it's going to be so damn close. I don't think that they're going to get the 50% that they need. I mean, what the no on Prop 22 campaign has done on a street level, on a grassroots level, with 1/20th of the money, 1/40th of the money. I mean, they're on about $210 or $220 million now. I think the no campaign has spent maybe $5 to $10 million. That's anywhere between 1/20th and 1/40th of what these guys are spending. So pretty impressive. People have worked the phone banks. People have driven in caravans. People have protested. People have striked. People have turned to social media big time. I mean, these last 24 to 38 hours, it's becoming so dirty. It's such a dirty fight on both levels. It's so dirty. And where you see this battle, this dirty fight play out is usually on social media. Big time on Facebook, big time on Twitter. I mean, it's a cutthroat business politics. And this is also a cutthroat fight. I mean, this is a battle here like no other. I've never, ever seen anything, like this ever before. What's playing out here. Wow, it's Moose. I'm honestly think you could be spot on, brother. Honestly, I was thinking 48. I don't think no is going to get 52%. I don't think so. No. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people that are just not going to vote or just not going to have an opinion on that. So I think with the yes, 48, you're right. But they need 50. Remember, they need 50. With the no, you could be right. You could be right. Maybe in these last final 2 days, I mean, I guess a lot of votes are going to be coming in. I'm just blown away about the number of votes cast prior to November the 3rd. And we're talking 90 something million, close onto 100 million. Probably by end of today, close onto 100 million. And then tomorrow, final day, you'll have a lot of people coming out. Now, the weather around the country is good. There's not really snow or rain forecast. Obviously, the people will come out. You don't want to stand in the freezing rain or the snow for hours and hours. That would obviously change a lot of people's minds. They look outside in the morning. Oh my God, I'm not going to go out there and stand 3-4 hours in this freezing cold. No. So the weather is favorable. The weather is definitely favorable for a national vote tomorrow. It doesn't look like major snow, major rain around the country. That's going to bring them all out, right? Weather is a big one. Weather is a huge one. But the fact that we almost have as many pre-cast votes as we did as they did in the total in 2016 is insane. 90 something million people have already voted. I mean, people are coming out in numbers. Now it's getting dirty out there. Obviously, last minute, there's a lot of voter suppression, trying to make certain votes not count. I mean, it's a dirty, dirty game, politics. It's a dirty game. State by state, it is a dirty game. And there's several super tight races. One in Ohio, like this. One in Texas is like this. And I've never, ever have I seen Texas go blue. That seems to be a red state. But we shall see. We shall see. Mike says a lot of people in the city, long lines. Is that what you've actually seen with your own two eyes? Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, there's a lot of people out there now. That's the power you have. One man, one vote, right? That's the power you have. I remember when I marched in the streets in Cape Town when Nelson Mandela was released from prison, and Africans got the chance to vote for the first time after apartheid. We're talking 1991 or 1992. We're out there, and I mean, it was a great vibe. People were dancing in the streets, and everybody, one man, one vote, one man, one vote. It was crazy. And Nelson Mandela was leading, this huge crowd through the streets, and everybody was just following. It was powerful. I mean, I was out there standing up for my brothers and my sisters because I believe in one man, one vote. Well, why should you suppress a certain group or color or ethnicity? Why should you suppress that? Why shouldn't they vote? So it was time that was changed in South Africa after 40 plus years of apartheid. Big, big turning point in history for that country. Tomorrow is a big, big day for the United States. Don't underestimate it, my friends. It's a massive day. Torsten, would it be possible to be yes 49%, no 49%, undecided? No, totally. It can be 49-49, but then they would still lose because they need 50%. They need 50%. So 49-49 suits me fine. It's Moose. Completely could be 49-49. Could be 49 yes, 47 no. Right? In fact, that's what I think it's going to be. Honestly, if I could make a prediction right now, I would say yes, 49, 48, 49, 48.5, and no, 47, 46.5, 47. And they will not prevail because they need the 50%. Juluka! Yes! Wow, you came up with a good one there, Sherelle. One man, one vote. Juluka. Savuka, Johnny Clegg. Sadly, he died, right? He died of cancer in his 60s. Thank God I saw Johnny Clegg and Juluka in concert. Wow, at least 4 or 5 times. He was also very big overseas. He was also very big in France and Europe. But amazing man, amazing energy. Did a lot of great things for the black people. They loved him. And when he go on stage with his Zulu ensemble there, and then he danced those Zulu dances, Juluka, Johnny Clegg. Look him up. Johnny Clegg. And Savuka. Juluka. Juluka. Yeah, likewise, big fan. I was very sad to see him die of cancer he was young, 60s. Mike Osra says Golden State, as most people have an aunt in San Fran. Cool. I'm blown away that Governor Gavin Newsom of California doesn't have an opinion, abstains from this vote, yes or no. Wow. Why? Because all of his tech buddies, the people that got him into power, the tech money that he maybe needs for re-election. So he doesn't want to piss them off. He doesn't want to piss off Uber, Instacart, he doesn't want to piss off Silicon Valley. So he's like, really don't have an opinion on this. Seriously, you're going to sit on the fence? You're going to sit right here in the middle? Governor Newsom, you don't have an opinion? That shows weakness in a human being. It shows I cannot make up my mind, or I can be bought by another group. Oh, you saw him live? Fantastic. Didn't he? I mean, didn't he bring the energy, Sherelle? He brought the energy to stage. Yeah, cancer is evil, man. Cancer is evil, evil, evil. Unbelievable how many people die. I think cancer has a lot to do with radiation, a lot to do with what you eat. I mean, cellular breakdown, no oxygenation of the cells, if you're not doing any exercise and just constantly eating really, really poor 3rd, 4th grade food, fatty foods. I mean, boy, you do that over 10, 15, 20 years, cancer knocking on your door. There are too many people that have died of cancer. Yeah, the dancing was off the charts, like literally off the charts. Now, can't put the volume on this, but let me just show you how Johnny Clegg, how that guy. And there's Johnny Clegg with Nelson Mandela. It's Johnny Clegg rocking out there. Oh, there it is. Show you how this dude can dance. This dude could dance. There he is on stage with the Doing a Zulu dance. I can actually do that dance, believe it or not. I learned how to do that dance. And so, yeah, that's the typical Johnny Clegg. I can bust those moves. Well, I don't know about now with my leg, but I used to be able to do that in my teens and 20s. I was a big Jaluka fan. There he goes. It's my birthday. I can cry if I want to. Is your birthday today? Go, Donnie. How old did you turn? There we go. Those are the moves. Those are the Zulu moves. That guy was off the charts, you know. Dustin! Say my name. Dustin's in the house. He says, I say vote no. If Uber wants it, it's not good for drivers. That's it. You've said it before. I like it. It's plain and simple. If Uber wants it, it's definitely not good for drivers. Thank you for putting that out there 24 hours before the. Thanks, Dustin. I appreciate that. It's such a simple argument, right? I say vote no because if Uber wants it, it's definitely not good for drivers. One thing drivers should have learned over the years, right, is that time and time again, your trust was broken, right? I mean, it started with 180 days of change, 180 days of garbage. I mean, truly never ever had your back. So that's a powerful statement right there. 59, happy birthday today to Go Donnie. Let's sing for him. Let's all sing together on this Monday. It's your birthday today? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Go Donnie. Happy birthday to you. All the best wishes. Happy birthday to Go Donnie. 59 and still rocking those turntables. Wishing you the very, very best. God bless you on this Monday. Go Donnie.com. Happy birthday. And he says, yeah, we're driving 15 minutes and still getting $3 fares. How stupid is that? Like that phrase that I coined, under 4, we don't whore. At 5, we might drive. Nothing under 5. I wouldn't remotely even touch anything under 5. Just leave them there. Leave them in the rain. Leave them outside of the restaurant, wherever if they are not willing to pay more than $5, get a bicycle, start walking, buy yourself a skateboard, go and use an electric scooter. Come on, guys. Under 4, we don't whore. At 5, we'll consider to drive, right? Seriously. The survey, putting it out there again. If you can, please help me. I'm trying to get 100 people. Sherelle, if you can, just take that survey. Dennis, if you can take the survey. Go Donnie, takes 3 minutes. It's specifically set up about Uber's customer service and safety, and I really want to show, and there's no names, there's no names mentioned. So the cool thing is you don't have to add any name to the survey. 3 minutes, it's done. And it's mainly, what do you think about the customer service? I want to publish those in online newspapers and press releases, how poor customer service and safety is. What do drivers truly think about customer service and safety? Really want to humiliate Uber so that they up the game. Look, this is what drivers think about safety and customer service at Uber. Chris Yoda, whoop, whoop. He says, dump Trump and no on 22. Godani says, I need to be paying rental on my car each week to make up for the difference. That's the new deal. Wow. Sherelle says, I'm voting today. My son isn't voting. I'm trying to get him to vote on that one thing, no on 22. Get every California to vote. I mean, Dustin was so kind and came in and educated us here. If Uber is telling you to vote yes, he says do the exact opposite. Exact opposite. So yeah, I would greatly appreciate it if you could just hit the like button. We got 21 wonderful people in the house. Hit the like, and then, like I said, I have this survey there about Uber's customer service and safety. I want to get at least 100 people into that survey so I have some good, reliable numbers, and I'm going to start making press releases on that. This is what drivers, no names mentioned, you don't have to mention your name anyway. And with literally 2 or 3 minutes, you're done. You're done with that survey. You're through. Oh, after the dash. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Well, I'll put it underneath. Victor Braverman says, "Hi Dustin, hi Torsten. How are you, Victor? Good to see you." I'll put the link. I'll put the link under the video. Okay, that's where I'll have the link. Let's see, where is it? We did get a good update. William Connor, thank you, my brother. Thank you. This might be the biggest election in history. No matter who wins, someone will be upset, but it's just massive. It will be. Without doubt, the turnout or the numbers, you're right. What William says, 100% correct. The numbers that'll be coming in it's going to be the biggest election in history by far. So many people, young, old, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Cuban, everyone is going out to the polls. Everyone. Huge. Thank you, William. I appreciate you saying that. Where is the... Trying to find the link. Say my name, say my name. Hero Shot says, vote, people. Love it. Love it. Vote, 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 vote. Vote, 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 like your life depended on it. Right? So urge every driver in California to make a decision here, because whatever decision is made on this level is truly, truly going to impact a lot of other states. If Uber feels empowered by this California outcome, they will march into Florida, Texas, Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York. I mean, they will keep on pushing, right? Because they can say, oh, this is what the drivers wanted. This is what, no, this is what Uber wants. This is what Lyft wants. This is what DoorDash wants. This is what Instacart. Those guys combined plus Postmates have come up with $220 million. Victor, thank you for doing the survey. I appreciate that. Thank you. Happy Monday, everyone. By the way, who was out there on Halloween? I mean, look at these Halloween numbers here, right? Look at that Saturday just stick out like a tower compared to the rest of the week, right? $667.83 Halloween. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the Saturday Look at that weekend, Friday, Saturday, $1,045. Look at that Saturday, just tower at $675.28. Running the entire shift, like until the time's out. Sorry, you can't drive anymore. You've exceeded the maximum amount of hours. Boom. Tower time, Halloween. Halloween was huge for California this year. I mean, everyone that drove this past Saturday made money. And please let me know if you didn't make money on Halloween, right? Because that is one day people are going to parties, they are drinking, they then need to be returned back home, probably drunk or half drunk. So boom, 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 all the time. Victor Braverman, I don't do Uber Eats under 7. Thank you. Under 4, we don't haul. At 5, we'll consider to drive. Thank you for saying that. Trevor Dangberg says, I had a great Halloween as well, close to 600. That's awesome. That's fantastic, Trevor. So your numbers, what city did you drive in, Trevor? So your numbers are pretty much completely in line with these type of numbers. I mean, look at that Saturday there, 675, right? Trevor almost made close to 600. That's huge, right? Did you ride the entire clock out, the entire shift? Did you put in the maximum amount of hours, Trevor? Sacramento. Did you go max hours on that shift until they said, sorry, you've exceeded the amount of hours, and then they cut you off, or did you do less? It would be interesting to know, because the people or the feedback that I've received so far from drivers in California, many of them made close to $600. They drove the entire shift, the maximum amount of hours. It just didn't end. Boom, 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 boom. Because people will leave work early. Okay, not the whole shift, you see? And I'm just saying, had you done the whole shift, and I understand, if you get tired, that's it. You stop. Smartest idea you could ever do, right? Tired, that's it. Not going to take a chance. But if you were not tired and you'd be able to do that whole shift, I will guarantee you would have made $650, $700, because that's where everybody was coming in. Now, can we say the same for Phoenix, Arizona? I mean, were drivers making $650 to $600 to $700 on Halloween in New Mexico, or in Houston, or in San Antonio, or Dallas, or Austin, or Orlando, or Tampa, or Miami? No, because Uber has these double standards. You could only hit these type of numbers with a multiplier. The multiplier. And that's going to be one of my biggest pushes in 2021. I truly hope they keep the multiplier going in California. That's why we truly need a no, right? We need that no. We need to keep that multiplier there, because they came up with the multiplier to counter the AB5. So we got to keep the multiplier in place. And then we got to push for the neighboring states. I want every driver here in the United States and abroad to have the same opportunity. Not two sets of opportunities. One great set of opportunity for California and a less great set of opportunities for Nevada, Arizona. It's wrong. It's completely wrong. Okay, Singer, you can hold a tune. Oh, I think I did well with my happy birthday for Godoni there. Hero Shot says in Palm Beach, Florida. And Hero, did you, cool name, by the way. Did you, and it reminds me of the youngster, that the 19 or 20-year-old that plays for Miami Heat. His name's Hero. His last name's Hero. I believe that's with a double R though, right? Herro. Did Hero drive on Halloween Day in Florida? If so, how many hours did you put in? If so, how much cash did you make? This is my little printout that I made. This is how I voted on the propositions. in California. This is how and at 24 neutral, I could go either way. So on Proposition 14, I said yes. On Proposition 15, I said yes. On Proposition 16, I said yes. On Proposition 17, I said yes. On Proposition 18, I said yes. On Proposition 19, I said yes. On Proposition 20, I said no. On Proposition 21, I said yes. In Proposition 22, I said hell no. Proposition 23, I said yes. Proposition 24, I said yes. Proposition 25, I said yes. I look at who's funding these campaigns. Are these corporations trying to push their agenda? Is this good for California? Yes, no. So, and that was an easy one on Proposition 22, because that was pushed and paid for $220 million by greedy gig companies. That was looking after themselves, not after the people working for them. Roy Watkiss is in the house. Viva Las Vegas. There we go. I like the alien. Halfway, not even halfway between Nevada and California. Alien jerky there. Guys, been to that little pit stop right there by the Mad Greek. What city is that? Bakersfield? Baker? Baker. There we go. Sherelle. She's got the answer. Baker. Baker Street. Remember Baker Street, that song, Baker Street? Baker. Frickin' hot as hell there in Baker. Jeez, I think that's where the world's largest thermometer. I drive that direction. My kids, oh, Daddy, we got to stop there. Okay, they want to go to that thermometer. They know. They want to have the strawberry milkshakes at the Mad Greek. Right? It is hot as FUCK in Baker. Hot. Hot, hot, hot. Hero Shot says, I only went out for a few hours and got $350. It was great. That's awesome. For a few hours work to make $350, and then did you at least spend some time enjoying Halloween, a little bit of a party? On Halloween, I was at my buddy's house. What were we doing? We were talking, that's my buddy Paul there. We were talking politics, business, and psychology, those three topics. And then the kids were at various Halloween parties. And then later, Laura and the crowd joined, and we had a good meal. That was my gas is $1 more. Yeah, it's freaking expensive, the gasoline in Baker. Because those people know you're going to make a pit stop there. They know. It's like whatever the halfway mark. This was my son. I got him the whole outfit. 3 guesses who he was. That's Dylan, my 17-year-old. He's got the tie. He's got the neon. We got him the whole outfit. I like. Do you like me? I like you. And this is officially the scariest Halloween setup. All those little weird babies carrying that dead body. Very, very, very frickin' weird. Just weird. People had some weird decorations. This was me a few years ago with Laura. That was a few years ago. This was me this year. Just made it colorful. Also, Borat. This was a few years ago. Kids have all doubled in size. This was me many moons ago. But all the old Halloween pictures. And then this here was my this was my This was my two little amigos many, many years ago, gangman style and pirate. So I've kept all the Halloween pictures over the years. All different Halloweens over the years. Roy Watka says, I drove on Halloween and I made $500 plus 200 in cash tips. Wow. I worked 8.5 hours. So if you take $700 and you divide that by 8.5, you probably made like close to $85 per hour. It's huge, 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 huge. Why would you say you got the big tips? Were the people just generous and drunk? Chris Yoda says Halloween was great. I made $700 in LA and Orange County. So you actually managed to probably start in LA. One of the trips maybe took you down to Orange County. That's huge. It's Moose ridiculous. They paid $400,000 for their own. Uber paid over 400, I think $403,000 for their own Yes on 22 survey. And that's what they spoon-fed the public. Don't fall for it, California. Don't bail them out. Where's this other one? Those are big numbers, man. Those are big numbers. I'm very happy for you guys that you pushed those big numbers. Those are impressive numbers. I will leave the driver survey underneath the video if you guys get a chance. I'm going to get my crutches. Crutches are off in about 7-8 days. No, not crutches. Sorry, crutches will keep on going. Cast comes off in about 7-8 days. Drink to that. Bless you. Mike says, Monday night football drivers are employed by Uber. That is a fact. Okay, I've got to understand that reasoning there. So look, I'm happy. Looks like the people that drove on Halloween made money on Halloween. It sounds like across the board, no matter whether it was California or Nevada, looks like everybody had a really, really good Halloween, big numbers. That makes me happy. Because, one big day makes up for 3 weekdays. And then, as they mentioned here, Uber and Lyft are offering big discounts to polling locations. You might find yourself driving to a lot of polling stations tomorrow. Nifty 50's in the house. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, you might be stuck in long lines, especially if a lot of people are ordering Uber and Lyft because they're getting 50% discount and you're all heading towards the polls. I mean, they've discounted the trips heavily tomorrow. And I think like Lyft has a code which says 2020 vote. You put that 2020 vote and it's $10 to any polling place. No matter how far the polling place, $20. Roy Watka says it was non-stop, added trips before ending a trip. Yeah, you know that feeling, right? The next one's lined up, the next one's lined up, the next one's lined up. I bet. And you were driving in Vegas, right? So there was big party central there. Party central. Awesome. A lot of short trips, right? Lots and lots of short little trips. Hit that like button, everyone. Like because people did big numbers on Halloween. Like because we have a massive, massive day tomorrow. Massive decisions to be made in the US and California tomorrow. All right, guys. I'm going to jump on my crutches. I got to get a few things done. We hit the 1 hour mark. I think I'm going to be back again tonight. Maybe do a second half of Our House Mondays. I did the early shift. There's not really too many people around at 11 o'clock because people are driving, but I think I'm going to try and hit it about 8 or 9 p.m. tonight. Do another follow-up on this part 2. Thank you, guys. God bless. Be safe out there. Sanitize your cars. Please wear your masks, right? Get your masks on. Do whatever it takes. I hope that all your passengers that got in the car with the Halloween outfits all had their masks on yesterday and nobody put you in harm's way. And Roy says passengers were waiting over an hour for rides. Wow. Man, can you imagine you had a multiplier, Roy? You would have killed it. You would have been 5x all day in Nevada yesterday because people that were prepared to pay 5x would have got, instead of waiting for an hour, they would have paid 5x, got the trip. Tight T is in the house. Welcome you. I mean, sounds like Vegas was off the hook on Halloween, right? So I wish you a great day. I will be back tonight with another follow-up, part 2, Our House Mondays. And we'll stick on these topics. Have a fantastic day. Get out there, make some money, and stay safe, my friends. Peace to you all. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic Monday. I hope this is a good week for all of you, right? Do your bit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you. Have a good one, and I'll be back tonight. Cheers.